So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to my Galaxy S10e Fall 2019 update. Is this phone still worth it? So I'm going to tell you my cons and my pros. I'll begin with the negative so we can talk about the positive to close out the video. But overall, I'm pretty positive about this device, and many were asking for me to do an update after seeing my S10 and S10 Plus video the other day. The S10e has come down in the price point, and you could find this thing at several $100s less than when it first launched. Okay, so let's talk about the first con. Number one, the first con with the Galaxy S10e is the resale value. So if you buy this phone right now and you plan to keep it a year, it's going to be tough to get a lot of money back on this device. Now, it's not going to be tough to trade it into Samsung. They're probably going to give you more than you'll be able to get if you trade to the next phone, but then you got to trade your phone really quickly. But if you plan to keep this a couple of years, you're definitely going to not like the resale. Yeah, I got the October update, haven't done it yet here for this phone. Con 2 is the lack of a telephoto lens. So while you can say, well, the ultra wide is more fun to use, it's just a little bit something you miss, seeing as though pretty much all the other S10s have it, as well as the Note 10, the Note 10 Plus. I'm just a little bit missing it here for the S10e. So that's kind of my second con of this device. My third con of this device is that the ultra wide camera is not that useful in low light, but that's just not a con of this device. That's a con of most ultra wide cameras. It's great in the daytime, but in low light, I can't really use the ultra wide that much. So I would like to see some updates to maybe get better quality and ultra wide at nighttime. But the ultra wide camera in here is ultra wide. Like, I think it's even more wide than a lot of other phones on the market. Con number 4 is that the updates are a little bit slower than other phones. That's an older update. I haven't updated it yet for the October patch. I should probably get on it, but I haven't updated yet. Still, the updates I'm talking about are like the major Android updates. So like Android 10, the latest that you're gonna get on a Pixel, for example, this is gonna lag behind there, just as Samsung always has for quite some time. Now, they are getting faster with monthly security patches, and it's not horrible. Like, you still get your updates, but you know, you're not gonna go 5 years with this phone and still be getting updates. So that's still a con here for using a Samsung phone, I believe. And my last con is the battery life. Of all the S10 phones, this one has the worst battery life. It actually has the worst battery life of any of the S10, Note 10, any phone that was in the premium line this year. But that doesn't mean it's horrible. It's just not a beast in battery life like you would want out of a phone in 2019. But still, it can get you through a day, but still you're going to be charging this one every night, or maybe even before the night's up. It's not the best on battery life, but you can use modes to help you get through the day, like the medium power saving, maximum power saving. If you throw those on, you probably can get through the full day. But for me, I found this one depleting a little bit faster than a lot of my other phones. So we're done with the cons. Let's talk about all the positives of the Galaxy S10e. First of all, that portability and that size, it's just beautiful. Having that flat display is pro number 2. Having a flat display means that you won't have accidental presses, and considering the size of this phone, I think that would happen more on this device. Samsung did make Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. It was a little bit bigger screen, but it still was around this size, had curved display. This is a lot more comfortable to use with a flat display. So do like this with the curved corners. It just feels super comfy in the hand here with the Galaxy S10e. So that's definitely a pro right there. Pro number 3 is the price is the cheapest of the S line. So while a con was the resale value, the price of entry for this S series device is the cheapest you're gonna get. And they don't sacrifice for pro number 4, which is the display. So pro number 4 is that we have a dynamic AMOLED display. You don't get some cheap LCD just because it's the cheaper phone. You get the dynamic AMOLED display. Now, you do get a cheaper resolution at 1080 versus 1440 on S10, but that doesn't seem to matter when you're talking about a display at this size. And because Samsung does a great job with their AMOLED displays, you don't really notice the resolution that much, and it's actually relatively high for this size of a device. So this is a great display overall. Pro number 5 is going to be the One UI just feels super powerful at this size. Having this type of multitasking in a phone this small is just phenomenal. I just really love the fact that we can do so much on a phone at this size. I mean, that's just incredible. You can pop view applications, you can do split screen on this phone, and it's so small and it's in your pocket. So this is a true pocket performer right here. Pro number 6 is that the performance just feels top notch. You've seen it in my speed test. It's super fast. You can change the animations. You could turn them off, things like that. You can activate beast mode like I showed you how to do in a prior video and just make this thing fly. 855, 8 gigs of RAM. The power in your pocket these days is insane, and the S10e is no slouch. It's just as fast as anything on the market today, and it's a lot cheaper than a lot of phones on the market today. Next pro is the cameras. Now, I said I'm missing night mode and wide angle and telephoto, but that doesn't mean I don't like these cameras. These cameras are very good, and for the size, it's very, very fun to take photos with it because it's so easy to frame things because it's a very compact size. It kind of reminds you of walking around with a little point and shoot RX 100 or something like that. It's just really small and fun to get your photos. In addition, not everybody is going to be looking over your shoulder seeing what's in your viewfinder because the phone's so small. It's a lot more private of a photo experience, and I do love this about the S10e, having this video capability as well in 4K 60 frames a second. Not only that, Samsung has some great super steady stabilization on this phone, so great OIS on here. In addition to that, the front-facing camera is 4K. I mean, 4K 30 and an improved megapixel resolution, you have yourself a great camera package in a smaller body. And not only that, the S10e also does give you a night mode live focus, and it's going to get updates to the camera going forward. So night shot, I mean, this phone is just loaded when it comes to the camera. Missing a telephoto, ultra wide not the best in low light, but still it's loaded when it comes to maybe the things that you need on a camera. And also micro SD card expansion, so very well rounded with the storage. In addition to that, that thing gives you 128 gigabytes base storage on this phone. So what a value this phone is. So my next pro is audio. We have a headphone jack on the S10e, and we also have Dolby Atmos on the phone as well with stereo speakers. So what more could you ask for in an audio experience? Bluetooth 5.0 means your connections are super fast on this phone. So really the whole audio experience is just a blast for this device. It doesn't get much better than the S10e when it comes to an audio experience. It's really great. And another pro, fast charging, wireless charging, fast charging included in the box and wireless charging on the back of this phone. A side mounted fingerprint is another pro because with all these in-display fingerprint sensors and, you know, there's reports about them being not so secure with a screen protector. Samsung has a fix for that, but still, it just goes to show that the tried and true, you know, hardware fingerprint sensor is still not a bad option. And having it on the side is a little strange at first because we're used to them on the rear or the front. It was strange, but once you get used to it, it's really easy to operate. You just put your thumb where you would normally click the power button and you're right in. And my last pro of this device is that it comes in a variety of colors. I have the Prism Black, I believe this is. There's white, there's a green color, a yellow color, a coral color. There's a lot of colors for this phone and they're all pretty beautiful colors, gives you plenty of options. So yeah, you can see in my video here that the pros far outweigh the cons of the S10e. And with that being said, the S10e is absolutely still worth it here fall 2019. If you're looking for a compact Android phone that's under $500, has pretty premium features across the board, the S10e will not disappoint. Just keep in mind that this phone is not going to be updated for 3-4 years down the line. So if you're the type of person who wants to keep your phone a very long time, you might not like this one, but there's a lot of pros to this device, and if you like a compact beast, the S10e is still that. If you guys found this video helpful, entertaining, informing, click the like button for me. Are you guys picking up an S10e? Do you have one? Do you love it? Did you trade it? Do you hate it? Let us know your thoughts on it down below. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will catch you all in the very next episode. Be sure to be well, and peace.